Oh. Sarvadharmastapakatvam sarvadharmaswarupakaha acharyanam mahacharyo Ramakrishnaya te namah. O establisher of all the faiths, embodiment of all the religions, the greatest teacher among all the teachers, O Sri Ramakrishna, my salutations to you. Heartiest greetings on the occasion of this Vijayadashmi. And incidentally, very coincidentally, Sri Ramakrishna's teachings that we are going to read today, they occurred, he taught on a Vijayadashmi day. See the coincidence. That was 28th October 1882, the day of Vijayadashmi, and today we are going to get Sri Ramakrishna's teachings on this Vijayadashmi day of 2024 after all these years. Sri M had spent first 3 days of the Durga Puja with Keshav Chandra Sen. So Sri M came to Sri Ramakrishna and he was telling them about the worship, how Divine Mother in the form of Durga was being worshipped by the Brahmos. Now, Sri Ramakrishna listened to all the things that Sri M had to tell him. And finally he said that you need not go hither and thither. Don't go hither and thither, Sri Ramakrishna says. But just come here. Come here alone. You need not go to all sorts of holy people to get the spiritual instructions. What you are getting from me, the spiritual instructions, the teachings that you are getting from me is good enough for your spiritual progress. Even Keshav Chandra Sen used to come and sit at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna to get those spiritual instructions. He in turn would give the spiritual instructions to all the Brahmo devotees. So Sri Ramakrishna says, don't go hither and thither. Come here alone. Those who belong to the inner circle of my devotees will come only here. Then he gave the example of Naren, Rakhal, Bhavanath, all his young boys who used to come to Sri Ramakrishna for the spiritual instructions. And then Sri M, in fact, he had a doubt. Having seen the worship of Mother Durga at Keshav Chandra Sen's place, he had a doubt that he was not able to participate in the image worship. By nature, M had the inclination towards worshipping the formless God. So he had this confusion whether to worship God with form or God without form. And Sri M brought out this dilemma he was facing to Sri Ramakrishna. Sri M said, Sir, now I can't fix my mind on God with form. I cannot, I don't feel like worshipping God with form. Divine Mother's image in the form of Durga. And then, on the other hand, I can't concentrate steadily on God with form. I'm neither here nor there. I can't worship God with form, nor I can concentrate my mind meditating, contemplating on the formless aspect of the God. So what should I do? And he further substantiated saying that it is not possible for me to worship these clay images. The moment he uttered the word these clay images, Sri Ramakrishna said, clay images, why so? They are not clay images. Even these clay images are embodiment of consciousness. Sri Ramakrishna said, these are not mrunmayi, these are not made out of just clay. They are chinmayi. They are embodiment of consciousness. They are pervaded with the consciousness of the Divine Mother. So there is no harm in the worshipping even the clay images. And then Sri Ramakrishna told him, whichever way you take up, whether it is worshipping God without form or God with form, do it sincerely. There is no harm in worshipping God with form also, because don't think they are just made out of clay. And then Sri Ramakrishna told him, one must practice spiritual discipline to understand this correctly. Unless and until you understand, you undertake the spiritual discipline, whether worshipping the God with form or meditating upon the formless aspect of the God. You won't understand this thing clearly. So, continue your spiritual disciplines. And to bring this point further, to make this point clearer, Sri Ramakrishna gives a very good example. Sri Ramakrishna says, suppose there are treasures in a room, lot many jewels and gems and rubies. Suppose there are treasures in a room. If you want to see them and lay down your hand, lay hold of them, grab them, you must take trouble to get the key, unlock the door, enter the room, and find the treasure where it is. And once having found the treasure, then you take hold of the treasure. Sri Ramakrishna says, suppose the room is locked. Standing outside, standing outside the door, you say to yourself, here I have the key, I am opening the lock, just daydreaming. I have the key, I've got the key. I'm opening the lock, I'm opening the door, I'm going inside, there is the treasure, I'm holding the treasure now in my hands. Does this kind of mere thinking make you hold the treasure? No way. You have to make an effort. You have to find the key, you have to open the lock, then you have to open the door, then you have to look inside where the treasure is. And then when you find the treasure, just catch hold of that treasure. That treasure then belongs to you. Simply thinking, this I will do this, I will do this, I have done this, I have done this, is not going to take you anywhere. So first practice spiritual disciplines, whichever path you choose. Practice the spiritual disciplines, and then you can catch hold of that treasure. Such brooding near the door will not enable you to achieve anything. Don't just stand outside the room saying, okay, now I have got the treasure. That will not get you the treasure. You have to make an effort. You have to undergo the spiritual practices. You have to undertake spiritual practices. You have to do japa, you have to do meditation. You have to get into satsang, you have to go to solitude and meditate, meditate, meditate. You must practice discipline. That's what Sri Ramakrishna says. And then Sri Ramakrishna explained to him that what is the difference between God with form and God without form, and how they happen to be the same thing. Sri Ramakrishna says the jnanis think of God without form. They don't accept the divine incarnations. They don't accept Rama and Krishna and Buddha and Jesus. For them, the Nirguna, Nirakara Brahman is the ultimate. The Satchidananda is the ultimate. And then Sri Ramakrishna again tells another story to Sri M. He said, once, praising Sri Krishna, Arjuna told him that you are indeed Brahman absolute. See, Arjuna wanted to praise Sri Ramakrishna as the Satchidananda Brahma, the absolute Brahman. And then Sri Krishna tells him that, follow me. Sri Krishna replied, follow me. You will know whether or not I am absolute Brahman. You come with me, I will show you something, and then you will realize whether what you are talking about me as absolute Brahman, as Brahman absolute, I am really that or I am something else. So Sri Krishna led Arjuna to a certain place and asked him what he saw there. Then Arjuna replied, I see a huge tree. I see a huge tree, and on that tree I notice fruits hanging like clusters of blackberries. The clusters of blackberries, millions and millions, hanging from that tree. That is what Arjuna saw. Then Sri Krishna said to Arjuna, come nearer and you will find that these are not the clusters of blackberries, but the clusters of innumerable Krishnas like me. They are hanging from the tree. That's what Sri Krishna said. That tree might be the absolute, Brahman absolute, but that Brahman absolute carries on it the innumerable blackberries, the bunches of blackberries. And those blackberries are nothing but innumerable Krishnas like me. It is not just the divine incarnations are without the grasp of Brahman. The divine incarnations are also the embodiment of the same Brahman absolute, of the same Nirakara Nirguna Brahman. Those are what the divine incarnations in reality are. Divine incarnations without number appear and disappear on the tree of absolute Brahman. That's what Sri Ramakrishna made this point very clear to Sri M, who was totally confused whether to worship formless God or whether to worship God with form. And he was not able to focus his mind on either of the worships. So Sri Ramakrishna makes it a point of telling him first practice spiritual disciplines, and then you will know that the same absolute Brahman is nothing but the embodiment of these clay images, which are filled with the divine spirit, which are the embodiment of the divine consciousness. It is not that they are anyway separate from the absolute Brahman, they are distinct from the absolute Brahman. They have taken form. That is the absolute Brahman's will. With that will, these incarnations, they take the form, these divine incarnations, they take the body as such. So that was what Sri Ramakrishna told him. And then he said that follow whichever path you want, but follow it religiously, follow it sincerely, follow it honestly. And then Sri Ramakrishna says that as you progress on the path, then a time comes when your mind gets fixed, when you try to really understand one thing, that where you have to focus your mind. And then Sri Ramakrishna talks about two classes of yogis. Sri Ramakrishna tells there are two types of yogis, the Vahudakas and the Kutichakas. Vahudakas are the yogis who travel from place of pilgrimage to place of pilgrimage. They are not at peace at one place. They will go to this tirtha, they will go to that tirtha, they will try to find out. Their curiosity level is so very high. They are not satisfied just visiting one place. And in order to satisfy that curiosity, in order to get that peace of mind, in order to get that ultimate anandam, the bliss, they keep on traveling from place to place, place to place, place to place. That is the Bahudakas. But the Kutichakas, Sri Ramakrishna says, having gone to several places, finally they get the ultimate realization, and then they decide, now no more going to any of these places. I have realized what the truth is. Then the Kutichakas, they will restrict themselves at one place, in one kuti, in one hut. They will make that as their place of spiritual practices. Feeling serene and peaceful, they settle down in one place and no longer move about. In that one place, they are happy. They don't feel the need of going to any other sacred places, because now they have found the ultimate truth. If one of them ever visits a place of pilgrimage, it is only for purpose of new inspiration. That's it. They don't want to get any new knowledge then, the knowledge they have got. From the stage of Jnani, they have come to the stage of Vijnani. They have found the real peace of mind. They have found the real bliss. And then Sri Ramakrishna tells him, even I had to practice each religion for a time. He practiced all the religions. He practiced all the sects. And Sri Ramakrishna says, I had to practice each religion for a time. Hinduism, Islam, Christianity. Further, I followed the paths of Shaktas, Vaishnavas, and the Vedantists. Sri Ramakrishna also followed all these various paths. And then he says, I realized that there is only one God toward whom all the traveling is happening. But the paths are different. Paths may be different. It may be Hindu path, it may be a Muslim path, it may be a Christian path. Among Hindus, it may be a Shakta path, the Shakti path, or the path of the Vedantists. And Sri Ramakrishna says, whichever path you choose, stick to it. Finally, you will get the realization that, okay, all the paths lead to only one goal. So that was the greatest of the teaching that Sri Ramakrishna gave to him. Don't have any confusion whether to worship God without form or with form and all these things. Take up one practice, follow it sincerely, and you will get that realization. Like Sri Ramakrishna says, I myself got it. I found all the paths they lead only to one goal. So that was Sri Ramakrishna's teaching to Sri M on the Vijaya Dashmi day of 1882, and Sri Ramakrishna's teaching to us today on this Vijaya Dashmi day of 2024. Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji.